The Incas emerged in the 1300s. It stretches from Ecuador all the way down to southern Chile. The original Inca tribe was a minor Andean tribe whose expansion began with a successful campaign against his more powerful neighbors, the Chancas, in the 1440s. Unlike the military empires like the Mongols, Incas ruled by basic proxy. After conquering a set of people, they would incorporate local rulers into their imperial system, generously rewarding anyone who fought for them. They treated well all those conquered people who would cooperate. So in reality, the Incan Empire is really not an empire. It was more of a confederation of tribes with a single people, the Incas, more or less in control. Each of these tribes was ruled independently by a council of elders. The tribe as a whole gave its allegiance to the ruler or Inca. The Inca was divine. He was the direct descendant of the sun god. Yes, the sun god, the central god of the Incan religion, the only god that had temples built for him. The sun god was the father of the royal family. There were many gods among the Incas, but the sun god outshone them all. The Incas also believed that there was a heaven, a hell, and a resurrection of the body after death. The belief in sun god also means they believed in human sacrifices. They just believed that human blood would refreshen the sun god and give him energy to keep going. Agriculture was a tough business in the Andes. The Incas actively set about carving up mountains in the terraced farmlands, so successful they were turning steep mountainous sides into terraced farms, that in the 1500s there were more land in cultivation in the Andean highlands than there is today. Incas cultivated corn and potatoes, and they raised llamas and alpacas for food and labor. Of all the urbanized people of the Americas, the Incas were the most brilliant engineers. Harry Tabernacle performed amazing feats of fitting gigantic stones together, and the Nazca designed mind-blowing, huge earth buildings that still exist today. They built roads through the mountains from Ecuador to Chile. They also built aqueducts to their cities as the Romans had, and of all ancient people, they were the most advanced in medicine and surgery. Their language was the Quichua, which they imposed on all the people they conquered. Because of this, Quichua is still spoken among large numbers of Native Americans throughout the Andes. They had no writing system at all, but they kept records on various colored knotted cords known as quipu. At its peak, the Inca civilization crashed into the European expansion. In 1521, Herman Cortes conquered the Aztecs. This conquest inspired Francisco Pizarro to invade the Incas in 1531. He only had 200 soldiers, barely enough to walk the dog. However, he convinced the ruler of the Incas, Atahualpa, to come to a conference at the city of Cajamarca. When Atahualpa arrived, Pizarro kidnapped him and killed several hundred of his family and followers. Atahualpa tried to ransom himself, but Pizarro tried to use him as a puppet ruler. When that failed, Pizarro simply executed him in 1533. Over the next 30 years, the Spanish struggled with various insurrections, but with the help of native allies, they finally gained full control over the Inca Empire in the 1560s.